What to do if you have been discriminated against in the workplace? And unfortunately, so many of us are, so many people of color, women, older individuals. It's just sad. And so let me help you. If you do not have the means to hire counsel right away, you can go through the EEOC, and you should definitely actually file a complaint with the EEOC if you feel that you have been discriminated against. It's fairly easy, and let me walk you through it really quick. The EEOC stands for Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. And if you believe that you have been discriminated against at work because of your race, color, religion, sex, including pregnancy, gender identity, and sexual orientation, national origin, your age if you're 40 or older, disability, or generic information, you can file a charge of discrimination. Most employers with at least 15 employees are covered by EEOC laws, and most labor unions and employment agencies are also covered. Please note the laws apply to all types of work situations, including hiring, firing, promotions, harassment, training, wages, and benefits. The EEOC has the authority to investigate charges of discrimination against employers who are covered by the law. Their role in the investigation is to fairly and accurately assess the allegations in the charge and then make a finding. If they find that discrimination has occurred, they will try to settle the charge. If they are unsuccessful in settling the charge, they will have the authority to file a lawsuit to protect the rights of the individuals and the interests of the public and litigate a small percentage of these cases that they take on. Please keep in mind there are time limits when filing with the EEOC. You need to file a charge within 180 days of the incident or incidents. And if you're a federal employee, you have until 45 days to contact an EEO counselor. Filing the charge is very easy. You just go to their EEOC public portal and you submit it online. They also provide resources for you, which you can find on the right side of the home screen. Now, keep in mind, you don't necessarily have to file a charge at first. You can file an inquiry to see if you are, in fact, a victim of discrimination, retaliation, sexism, all that kind of good stuff. Well, it's not good stuff, all that bad stuff. If you don't want to file the charge just yet. But some of the comments in my TikTok, you guys definitely have a case. If your employer is making it hard for you to do your job, that is a form of retaliation if you feel that you have been discriminated against. How they respond. The EEOC will immediately review and assess a charge filed with this office, and within 10 days will provide a notice to the employer. The EEOC process varies somewhat according to the nature of the charges and the situation. In some cases, the EEOC will invite the employer and the filer to engage in a mediation with the goal of resolving the problem. In others, the EEOC will proceed directly to investigation, and employers have the opportunity to answer charges in writing. Now, again, if you file a charge, this is what happens right away. If you file an inquiry, they're going to schedule an interview with you and talk to you about it first, and then ask you if you want to file a charge. Please keep in mind that sometimes when you are having conversations with them, they will try to say that, oh no, that's not retaliation. Oh no, that's not discrimination. If you feel that you have been discriminated against and you have a very strong feeling and your intuition is telling you that, you can still file a complaint. I just want you to know that it is your right to file the complaint, to proceed with filing the complaint. Mediation is an option when you're during this investigation. Most EEOC investigations are either avoided by or result in a mediation process. During this process, a mediator reviews the case and works with both the employee and the employer to help to come to an agreeable solution. Both the employer and the employee must agree to participate in the mediation. Mediators are not involved to try to order a resolution in the matter like a court would. Instead, they seek to come up with a voluntarily mutual solution that's acceptable to both the employee and the employer. Investigation and the remedies. If mediation does not work or the parties refuse to participate, the case is pursued through regular investigation. Investigators often conduct interviews with other employees and sometimes will visit the workplace where discrimination has allegedly occurred. Employers that refuse to cooperate with an EEOC investigation can be ordered by the court through a subpoena to provide testimony and documents. Depending on the results of the investigation, the U.S. Department of Justice may file a lawsuit against the employer and pursue damages for violations of the law. Employees also are provided a right to sue and can seek compensatory and punitive damages. So there's you can get monetary. You can also get different type of damages. I'm not going to go all into that because it also depends on the lawyer, all that kind of good stuff. Wanted to bring this up, hush money. If you choose to go this route, the employer may try to come to an agreement beforehand. If you start throwing around words like discrimination, retaliation, please put everything in writing as soon as you feel that this has happened. And then be careful because they might give you an agreement. They might have you sign off on something saying, okay, like for me, for instance, I I resigned. I was done with my last firm, and I was a victim of discrimination and retaliation. I still might sue in civil court later on, but the time limit has passed for EEOC. I was given hush money. I was given $10,000 not to go to the EEOC. Big corporations don't want their name. Um, with the EEOC saying they're under investigation for discrimination. They don't want that. So I was given $10,000 after taxes. It came out to like 6,000, which was nothing. Nothing. I shouldn't have taken it. I shouldn't have signed the agreement, but I did. Luckily, I have other income, but yeah, just be careful of that. They will give you hush money, some of these big corporations. Now, here are a few reminders. Many people wait until after they leave the company or the employer to file a complaint with the EEOC because it might get really uncomfortable. But if you're already in an uncomfortable situation and you're still employed, you might as well go ahead and file it. Once you file a charge, the HR department will know. And if you work for a small company where news travels fast and people gossip, your supervisor and coworkers will know that you probably complained to the EEOC. Refrain from petitioning other employees to join you in the fight and don't discuss the charge at work at all. I don't care if it's your friend, don't. If someone asks you about the details of your charge, you need to refer them to HR department. Tell them you're not at liberty to talk about it. Perform your job duties the same way you would as if this didn't happen. And don't remind your supervisor that you have a pending charge of discrimination because that will just destroy any type of working relationship if it's not already destroyed. Also, lastly, it's essential that you keep notes about incidents that the EEOC may consider retaliation. Keep a private log. Don't put them in emails, things like that. You can. What I suggest is if you are communicating with the HR department, blind copy your personal email so they don't see it, but just so you have copies of all this, just in case anything happens. You get fired, they leave the job. They probably won't fire you while you have an investigation going on. But there are some that aren't so bright and may. So make sure you keep a copy, blind copy yourself on those emails so you have them and keep a log from the moment you feel you are discriminated against until this is over. And lastly, good luck. I always tell people stand up for what is right, even if you stand alone. It's so many people of color, women, that are just that are treated like trash every day, and it is unacceptable to me. We are people and we deserve to be treated as such. Once again, my name is Janae. I'm the HR queen, and I'm giving humans the resources they need to succeed in this crazy thing called life. If you need to get in contact with me, you can email me. You can also visit my website, thehrqueen.com. Also, please like this video, subscribe. It helps me. Yeah, and that's it. Have a wonderful, blessed day.